There's a lot of talk these days about the AR-15. It's exceptionally popular, and rightly so, because it can be configured in so many different ways for different intended purposes. The AR-15 can be configured in multiple calibers. The original design was based around the 223-556, and that's what the three guns that we're going to look at today are chambered in. So here on the table in front of me, we've got three AR-15s, and they're configured for very different purposes. So let's take a look at something that is set up for longer range. Starting at the back, I've got a rifle length adjustable buttstock. What that's going to allow me to do is get a very good, comfortable position and maintain that position for an extended period of time, in particularly the prone position. Moving ahead, I've got a very crisp 2.5 pound, two-stage trigger. I've topped it off with a higher powered optic, something that's going to allow me to reach out to farther ranges. This particular one is in 18 power. Moving out ahead, we've got a longer, heavier tapered barrel. That extra weight is going to help mitigate recoil. I'm not worried about the extra weight whenever I'm spending time in long-range applications for the most part. So this rifle is set up for longer range applications or potentially even a great hunting gun. Moving on to the competition gun, with the exception of the color, believe it or not, everything that's on here does have an intended purpose. As you notice, I've switched to a collapsible and very lightweight buttstock. That's going to help me get into and out of positions typical of three-gun competition. Moving forward, I now have a single-stage, crisp, 3-pound trigger pull. Anything lighter may raise some safety concerns, and anything heavier isn't going to be very good for the longer range shots that you might see in competition. I've topped this particular gun off with a 1.1 to 8 power scope. That's going to help me shoot close range targets like paper, as well as reach out to the longer range steel that we typically see. You'll also notice I have a secondary optic here. This puts me into the open division in three-gun. What that allows me to do is transition very quickly between a scope that is set on 8 power and an optic with 0 magnification. This particular gun has been outfitted with a carbon fiber barrel, adjustable gas block. Those are two things that are going to help me save on weight and minimize recoil. Speaking of recoil, I've also added a muzzle brake. While exceptionally loud and sometimes causing a little bit of concussion, they're very beneficial for managing recoil and creating faster follow-up shots. All right, AR-15s are actually exceptional guns for home defense. Set up something like this. You notice I've got a shorter buttstock. I also, while a regular carbine would come with a 16-inch barrel, this particular gun has a shorter than 16-inch barrel, making it an NFA item. What that means is I've paid for an extra stamp and done an extra background check in order to have this particular rifle. If it's legal in your state, it's an excellent option. This particular gun has a larger and textured grip. The reason I do that is because I want to have exceptional control over it with my strong hand. I've topped it off with a red dot non-magnified optic. It's going to be good for close range because this gun doesn't necessarily have any intended purpose for longer range targets. This particular gun has a vertical fore-end grip and it's fitted with a light and a laser. In a home defense situation, it's imperative that you know and identify your intended target. I've also got an adapter for a suppressor. If legal in your state, suppressors are an excellent addition to any home defense gun because they control the concussion and overall sound of the round going off. So if you'll notice, this package as a total is much shorter. The benefit of that is being able to move around those tight positions found in most homes. So with that, you have three AR-15 base platform designs that have been configured very differently for their intended applications. So take this information, get out to the range, and let's go shooting.